Hello everyone, I'm Vinuk Fernando Pulle, representing the team Daredevils. Today I'm going to present you the web app that we have built for the hackathon phase. So first of all, let's take a look at the homepage that we have built. First of all, you could see a carousel of images, which are some renowned places in Sri Lanka, and a brief description about the app that we are going to introduce to you. And here are some of the cards of some renowned places that are located in Sri Lanka. And this is the Discover section, which the users could click on the locators on this interactive map and see images and a brief description about that location. And in here it is briefly describing about the AI chatbot planner that we are using, and lastly you could see the footer in here. And let's take a brief look at the AI trip planning bot, and as you would see, it is prompting for our name, and we have to choose one of these categories that we are interested in visiting, and number of days, also the location that we are interested in, and how much places in that area that we like to visit. And as you would see here, it shows some locations that are generated by the AI bot. And now let's take a look at the code that we have used to build this website. And this is the code that we have used for the carousel. As you would see, these are the logic for the animation effect that we are using here. And this in here displays the images. These are the images that I imported. And next, it is about a description section. So these are the stylings of the description section, and these are the logic that we use to give the animated effect in here, and it displays as a function here. Next, it is about the scroll cards. In here you could see the logic we have used to implement the scroll effect, and also the images that we used in here. Next, it is about the discover section. So the map indicator, you could see that we have an array of images and details and text that we are used for the markers in here, and for the images and the description. And these are the animation effects that we are used to control the zooming out of the map. This is the logic that we implemented in here to the if condition, sort of, to show a card if one of the locators are selected. And in here it is about the planning section, and in here you could see here it is a basic layout where you could see the buttons and the text, and lastly you could see the footer that we have used in this code. We use the href tags. Now let's go to the chatbot that we implemented and see that code. As you could see here, we have two main components, the chat component and the tour map component. So let's first go to the chat component. As you could see here, this is the main function which controls the chat component. We have used a message parser and an action provider. If you go to the action provider, you could see that it manages different stages of the chat flow, such as greeting the user, handling responses. Also, it saves the trip data to a local storage and generates a prompt to fetch that data. And you could see here the message parser. The parser is used to pass the user messages and trigger appropriate actions based on this content, such as experience options, duration options, region options, and etc. Now let's take a look at the two.js component. As you could see that we use state management to for the info window data, selected places, and to get the map and trip data. And as you can see here, we have used a Google API to render the map, markers, and info windows. And we are using the local storage to load the data. And we are handling the map load. And in here, we set the map instance on load and handle marker clicks to fetch and display the detailed information. And the info window is used to, in this section, the info window is used to display all the relevant information that we have gained.
So now I'll explain to you about our visa approval section. So here, once I click this, I can see there is an application form, and where somewhere I can check my visa status. So first I will apply for a visa. So I'll go here, and these are the steps. First, we took this information from the official government visa application site. So we filtered, we got all of the required information there, and we use that to fill this form. So here it's about personal information. So I had to fill all of them. So I'll just and for my date of birth. So here this allows on, like here if I try to so I can post this only if I'm before 2005. So 2 July 17th, here I go, and now I'll enter my passport number. So for that I'll just enter so this is a passport number I copied, and this is from Poland, and my date of issue like somewhere before today, and date of expiry probably after today. So we have entered validation for all of these. So for now I just enter all the correct entries. Just put some random, and now it's for the passport image. So for that I'll enter a random image, 2 random images. Now I'll click submit. So now it has to it will be loaded, and now we can see that
now let's see the code. In here you can see the visa application page. We have defined the validation schema here, and we used form management and validation. These are the initial values that are displayed in the form, and this is an on submit function will send the data to backend through a API tab. This is the API. This is the code for the stepper component to show the current step. And with this, the relevant section is shown according to the current step. Let's go to the personal information page. Includes fields for honorific, name, address, date of birth, phone number, and email. Like this, we have the other pages, passport information, which shows the control passport, date of issue, and passport image section.
Now I'll go to the admin portal. So here first we have an admin login. So if I enter, it shows an invalid one. So now I'll enter the correct credentials and admin one. And now we have this admin panel. So here it contains all of the inputs submitted by users. So like as I and it's filtered according to the key value. It's in the admin ID. So it's not visible to users in the database, but it's they're in the according to applicant ID. So here there's a bug here, so it shows duplicates. Yeah. So, but anyway, we have this. So this is what I submitted, and I can clear this. So using upload energy. So I'll first reject my. So if I reject it, as you can see that it's updated, and it's gone. Now I'll again log into visa page, and this time I'll check my visa status. So now I'll enter my passport number. So this is my passport number. So once I click this first, okay, first I'll add an invalid number. So something like, so there's a verification here. So passport doesn't exist. So submit. So every time, so if once I do this, so it shows my status. So I have submitted the application and it's in review, and I have rejected my status. So that's why. So if I want to appeal, so I can click and appeal here. So that's it about the visa status. And yeah, so
Hi, this is the backend of our project Visit Sri Lanka. We have used Node.js using MVC architecture. To create models, we have used Equalize ORM, and this is the configuration file. This is the main file of the system, app.js. Here are the two models of our system, applicant.js and the admin.js. There are two controllers. This is the applicant controller. We have used digital ocean cloud storage to upload images. This is the admin controller. Here is the router.js, where we have defined the APIs. And here we have configured JWTs. And this is the email handler. We send an email to the applicant when they submit the visa form and when the admin approves or rejects the visa. This is where we have defined Google Gemini used for Plan My Trip. Here is for error handling. In here we have defined both validation handler and validation schema. Thank you.